There it is! The Switch 2 has finally been teased! You know how it goes. New system, new hopes and wishes. So I'd like to share my 5 for the Switch 2. Word of warning, this list will be bringing up multiple leaks and rumors. So if you've been somehow avoiding them, this is your chance to click off now. Just giving you a fair heads up. Alright, let's start it off!
5th place.
For some, the Switch might be their favorite system of all time, and that pretty much comes down to a library that is virtually unmatched and can play the games anywhere! Except cloud versions, but I blame you for getting them. But let's not kid ourselves, this console has plenty of issues. I'm sure a number of them won't be repeated, though it wouldn't hurt to specify some of them. Case in point, the eShop sucks. It's barren, bland, lifeless, slow, and clunky. Took me a while to figure out how to get to my wish list. Did anyone else have that issue? I really miss the Wii U eShop. It'd be nice to have categories again like platformers, adventure, RPG, and racing. A nice menu music like the old days. Obviously make it faster. A more fleshed out menu selection? You know, just something that says, we didn't design this on our lunch break, what are you talking about? The basic stuff is all on the side, but it feels so basic it's basically painful. Can we also bring back the Virtual Console? I know the answer is no, but what happens on that day they shut this down and I can't access it anymore? All the time I put into those games will be gone! They'd rather you pay yearly for it, but can't I do that for the games I'd rather just try out? Plus, I'm still paying for the online, so that's more money they're letting slip past them. I know it's all about control, but think of how stupid that sounds! That's like saying you don't want more of my money! I love how Game Pass does it. Play a game they have, and if you like it, you can buy it and for a possible discount! It used to be fun just looking around the eShop. Now it feels like I only go there if I know exactly what I'm looking for, or if I get bored or curious and take a chance on the deals. Just don't expect a good sale for Nintendo's own games. I miss Player's Choice titles. They should bring those back too.
4th place.
So we talked about how the eShop needs renovation, but as you would expect, it's not the only place that needs it. For as incredible as the library of games was and is, the system itself feels so unlike a Nintendo system. Where's the charm? Where's the pizzazz? Look at that white background and feel your eyes melt! Is it really so much to ask for something like an 8-bit Mario background, with Mario running in the background from time to time? Same for some of the other 8-bit games, and maybe some of the 16-bit ones. Another little jingle to go along with it would be neat. Maybe some relaxing remixes of whatever your background is. They let you listen to Nintendo music on your iPhone, imagine having a playlist on the Switch 2 menu itself. And that's just when the system is turned on. Now let's talk about the appearance of the system. It's passable? I just kind of like the mock-ups I've seen more, like the one with the colored buttons. That would have been neat, it would have made it stand out a little bit more, but no! You can barely see the colors on the new Joy-Cons. Just why? And we already talked about the eShop, so we don't need to bring up that mess again. So yeah, can we please bring back some of that Nintendo charm to the system itself? I've missed it.
3rd place.
Nintendo was at the forefront of innovation when it came to new systems. Some landed, some didn't, but darn it, it was new and memorable. I'd love to see the system do something surprising again, a feature that makes us go, woo! If the Switch 2 is a system that improves on all the faults of the Switch 1, well, that's sensible, practical, and disappointing. Man, that feels terrible to say. Let's look at the silhouettes of previous Nintendo consoles, and you can see a change in the design and approach. And now corporate needs you to find the difference between these two. Sure, it's what's on the inside that matters, but it can be hard to tell the difference. In terms of visual appearances, it's bigger, the colors are slightly different, and there's an extra button. At the time of this video, it feels like this is the only thing we don't know what it does. You guys have no idea how many times I've had to rewrite this script. For a while, we thought it was for something called Vidmeo, which would have been a successor to Miiverse. Okay. But now we're told it's not that, and it's for a voice chat group chat feature called Campus. And considering the button was always told that it had a C on it, this fits the best. Alright. But it's not official until Nintendo finally says so. I was hoping it would give us a way to have dual screens again, so we could have DS and 3DS on the NSO, and a way to port the last few Wii U titles left. But this next one could potentially be better, though it'll make it difficult to get some of those games back. Rumors suggest that the Joy-Cons could be used like a computer mouse. The teaser trailer might even have hinted at this as well. I don't know if I trust this thing to be a mouse, but they'd probably make some kind of better attachment if that were the case. And the more I think about it, the more I really want this to be true. Mouse cursor for better aiming in games like Splatoon, Metroid Prime, Star Fox, and Sin and Punishment? Or used for item management or troop selection for games like Pikmin, Fire Emblem, Advance Wars, and Animal Crossing? Imagine a Kid Icarus Uprising remastered with this kind of control scheme. Remember that trademark leak for Kirby and the Rainbow Curse? This is making a lot of sense now, isn't it? This has the potential to be a portable, affordable gaming PC. That's incredible! But even if it's not any of this, just a special feature would help push this from a new system to a new Nintendo system. And right now, it feels like the only real surprises are the games they're working on. And I'm not updating this again if those get leaked. Nintendo went after Smash leaks harder than this. What is going on here?
Second place.
I think I can skip having the usual suspects on here, wanting the system to be more powerful. I'm confident it'll get the job done. A strong launch lineup? This looks pretty promising if true. Next-gen versions of our favorite franchises? Depends on who you're asking, but we'll get the usuals, and that's always a good thing. Joy-Con drift no longer a thing? Even Nintendo knows not to make that mistake again. Putting more systems like the GameCube, Wii, and even more Sega systems like the Saturn and Dreamcast on the NSO? Let me dream just a little longer. Better online? Okay, that's the one I'm concerned about. Having an online server that isn't running on Windows 98 anymore? Come on, Nintendo! It's been far past time to upgrade to a better server. You ever tried to sell a Switch to a family member? You know you always had to show this as a warning out of love. I'm not asking for the most powerful online service you can get, but since I'm paying for this, I at least want it to be competent! Why has it been so weak compared to the other two console makers? It's time to upgrade, and I don't mean to just Windows Vista. It can't even run the older games right. Even if it looks fine, the button input delay and audio issues are terrible! That's not normal! Power level and online have always been lacking for Nintendo since the Wii days, and if you're not going to be innovative, then you focus on improving all the flaws and faults of the current system, with power and online being the top culprits. I don't think I have to worry too much about the power, but I'm really hoping we don't have interactive slideshows anymore. There is a chance that the recent update on the NSO actually did improve the online for the older games. It didn't stutter as much, and it seemed to be a bit more stable, despite sounding like this. But without any concrete proof, or data miners telling us that there was a major change, I can't really say for sure. If anyone out there knows anything about this, please let me know in the comments.
Alright, first place.
There are rumors that my number one will come true, but for the time being, it's not officially confirmed until Nintendo says it or a bunch of accessory companies leak it. So let me set the stage. One of the, well, two things that Nintendo confirmed about the Switch 2 is that it will have backwards compatibility with both physical and digital games. This is probably for stuff like Labo, so I'm not worried too much. I will always love the idea of being able to play my older games on my newer systems. I don't have to set up multiple systems if I want to play some of the previous and fantastic games. Plus, you have a large quantity of games to play right out of the gate. That said, I wanted to push my luck a little further and see if we can't get the absolute best out of them. The Series X and PS5 allow you to play some games with faster load times, better performance, and even some visual improvements. And boy, could the Switch games benefit from that! Nintendo made their games run just fine, with a few hiccups here and there. Third-party exclusive games can focus on getting the game to run and look good. Ports, on the other hand, you ever tried to play Nick All-Star Brawl 2 on the Switch? Of course you have, and it's still loading. Sure, not all ports are terrible, and some can play just fine. You can barely tell a difference for some of them. Others have issues in some parts of the game, and almost all Switch games suffer from long load times in general. Is portability really worth the insane load times? So yes, I would love it if somehow the Switch 2 could let the older games be enhanced as well. This has actually been rumored for quite a while, and I've been hoping it would turn out to be true. And recently, more rumors are cropping up saying that this is going to happen. Kind of. The main rumor going around is suggesting that Nintendo is preparing multiple patch updates for some of their Switch 1 games for the Switch 2. Not all of them, but who knows? Maybe more will be updated down the road. Hopefully, third parties will offer these updates as well. So not only will I be able to play some of the older games again, but they'll play better than they ever did! And that already has me ready to hit that pre-order button. And hopefully that rumor about Nintendo having more than 7 million systems at launch to fight scalpers is also true. And that'll do for this list, and if you have a difference of opinion, I'd like to hear your 5 hopes and wishes for the Switch 2. Sure would be nice if our last-gen games played like next-gen games. Just saying.